Hey guys, Mark Van Buren here, your mental fitness trainer. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. I just wanted to check in with you this week. Hopefully, you're all practicing your meditation. If you haven't already, check out my intro to meditation and mindfulness video that's posted on the gym's website. And today, I wanted to start out with just a little story, and we'll do a short meditation after. So, an aging master grew tired of his apprentice's complaints. One morning he sent him to get some salt. When the apprentice returned, the master told him to mix a handful of salt in a glass of water and then drink it. "How does it taste?" the master asked. "Bitter," said the apprentice. The master chuckled and then asked the young man to take the same amount of salt and put it in the nearby lake. The two walked in silence to the lake, and once the apprentice swirled his handful of salt into the water, the old man said, "Now drink from the lake." As the water dripped down the young man's chin, the master asked, "How does it taste?" "Fresh," replied the apprentice. "Do you taste the salt?" asked the master. "No," said the young man. At this, the master sat beside this serious young man and explained softly, "The pain of life is pure salt, no more, no less. The amount of pain in life remains exactly the same. However, the amount of bitterness we taste depends on the container we put the pain in. So when you are in pain, the only thing you can do is to enlarge your sense of things. Stop being a glass, become a lake." So I love this story because really this is the essence of our practice. And this is really what we can be practicing in times like this. Our meditation practice gets us ready for difficult life events. We don't have these tools. We're not taught these tools at school or, just in daily life. These are not things we're talking about. How do I deal with my anxiety or my worry or my stress? So we need to make sure that we have these tools so that we're ready for things like this, things that are out of our control. And when life really shows us, that we don't have as much control as we'd like to, right? So how do we deal with difficult times, right? Well, we become the lake. And what does that mean? It means that we connect with that inner space. We connect with that spacious aspect of our mind so that the pain in our lives are not as bitter, just like in the story, right? Right now, most of us are like that little glass. So the difficulties we're experiencing can seem so overwhelming. But if we can train in, coming back to that spacious quality of mind, then we can hold our difficulties. We can hold ourselves in this time in this kind of compassionate space, and it can really be healing for us. So for today's meditation, I really want to just connect with space, the spaciousness of mind, the spaciousness of awareness, whatever you want to call it. It's already here, and that's the best part. It's not like you need to train for 10 years, thousands of hours to attain it. You already have it. It's just more of a remembering, and training is learning to let go into that space. So, why don't you find a comfortable seated position? Could be on a chair, on the couch, the edge of your bed, doesn't really matter. Bring the hands to the knees or resting in the lap. Sit up tall and let's close our eyes. So the way we become a lake is we just simply start paying attention. Right? It's as if our awareness has become this vast mirror. And just like a mirror, we just reflect what's put in front of us. So you just start to see what's happening in the body, what's happening in the mind. There are thoughts coming and going, sounds, feelings, sensations in the body, the breath coming in and out. So just start to see these things clearly. And just like a mirror, don't push anything away. Don't try to hold on to one thing and throw away another. But just receive everything as it is. Maybe the mind is busy and worried. Well, just receive busy and worried mind. Maybe there's a feeling of anxiousness or fear in the body. Well, just see it as it is. Let it be there. And as we're doing this, we can relax the body. So soften the face, the jaw, the shoulders, the hands and fingers. Soften the breath, allow it to be a little deeper. And just become the witness of the moment-to-moment experience of your life, of yourself, without judgment, without expectations, without trying to feel a certain way. You can almost imagine yourself as this empty house with open doors and open windows. Nobody's home, so things can come into the house, things can stick around, things can go. And for a moment, just see what that's like. Start to get a sense of the spaciousness of awareness. And see what it's like to just hold your experience just the way it is. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to fix, no one to impress. But just life the way it is in this moment. And this spacious, warm awareness, holding it all, allowing it all to be possible. Right, shifting to that silent observer that's just observing all the different things coming and going in this moment, the sounds, the thoughts, the feelings, the breath. Try to expand your sense of awareness even more, holding not only yourself, but maybe the room that you're in. Being that space. Expanding even more so that your body and mind are just a tiny little blip in that spacious awareness. right? The fears and the worries, they're just one little thing happening in this moment. One of many things happening in the moment. So why don't we all together take one deep breath in the nose, out the mouth. And then when you're ready, slowly you can open the eyes. So connecting with space is so important. And, it's as simple as pausing. Yes, you can do this guided meditation, and I highly recommend it. But just pausing throughout your day, especially when you find yourself getting overwhelmed. I like to go hand to the heart and just stopping and just expanding or kind of falling back into that spaciousness and just holding whatever's there. You could think of all your fears and worries and hopes as this crying infant, and your awareness is the mother that's picking up that crying infant and just holding it, not trying to fix it, not trying to, stop it or make it, anything other than what it is. It's just a moment of caring, a moment of holding, right? So that's what we're going to do for ourselves when we pause. And it's really so simple, but it's extremely profound and transformational if you remember to do it. So besides, coming back to this video maybe once or twice a day to do that short guided meditation, just take a moment and just drop everything. And all that means is just pay attention without trying to make it better, without trying to fix it, without trying to do anything except getting to know it, being intimate with or holding compassionately what's happening in your body and mind. And the more you do this, the more that state will be your default setting rather than the mindlessness, the scattered kind of unconscious restlessness that we all experience, that we can learn to rest in that spaciousness that can hold that restlessness. So I hope you guys will continue to practice. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. It's author Mark Van Buren at gmail.com. Again, that's author Mark Van Buren at gmail.com. So feel free to reach out with any questions, and I'll see you guys next week for some more meditation. Have a good night.